Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Boy, wow, Friday got here fast. Fast, let me tell you. Wasn't quite prepared to get through the week that quickly. We had a lot of great shows. There was a lot of things that happened this week. The Warner Brothers thing, the Will Smith thing just continues to just be out in the news. We had so many stories. Warner Brothers, Will Smith, Disney doing dumb stuff, Disney being exposed doing dumb stuff. Disney's doing some more dumb stuff that we'll talk about here in just a little while. But let me tell you, I really wish I would have had a chance to get on over to Midnight's Edge in the morning. That stream looked great, sounded great while I was working on other things. I have to say, call me. Chato is a great channel. You should check it out. Plus, he knows what he's talking about, being a former TV exec, and it's really weird that he hears the same things we do. Obviously, can tell you the same opinions that we have going in and all of that. He pulled. He's pulling information from people that are probably closer to even the center of power for that. It's interesting. Great perspective. Really good stream. But anyway, I just want to say hi to all of you. Thanks for being here. We've got, of course, Chris Mead hanging out. Great to see you, my friend. We've got Grumpy Old Ninja Kintaro OA. Great to see you. Thanks for being here, and thanks for all the promotion, my friend. I do appreciate it. Brightest Day is here. Brightest Day using some new branding stuff. I love it. Good to see you, brother. We got just another red shirt. Hail, Mr. Shirt Don Incognito. Hail to you. Eric K, the Mencher Wrenches, the master of mods, the guy that wrenches everything. I don't know how he does it. I hope he's doing well. Thanks for being here, my friend. And you were elevated to, I think, floor boss on Gilded. So, by the way, it's a good thing to mention. I have a Gilded server, and it's growing, and thank you for that. I think we're well over 100 people now on the server. We're going to continue to do stuff over there. We're going to maybe start doing a little bit of a pre-show kind of a thing, or in the background, just to kind of shoot the breeze before a stream or something. Maybe I'll pop in there in the morning, start up a 6-minute daily chat before that show goes live. So I have a really straightforward week next week. The following week's going to be bananas if I get selected for a grand jury, which that could happen the following week. So we'll see what happens with the channel. I'm going to record a lot of stuff in advance. Mr. Grant Gregory, he is having a stream on Saturday, so do check that out. I think it'll be well worth your viewing. But I'll just say hi to the rest of you folks who've rolled in the door. We've got D. Bud Martin hanging out here. Looks like Dr. Dragon's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. So, yeah, the guest over there on Mead, I don't blame you for checking that out. Or Midnight's Edge, Midnight's Edge in the morning. It's just incredible. Theme Park Casual is awake. Yeah, I had to do that. I actually had to set an alarm to make sure I didn't miss the start of my show today because of all the stuff I've been trying to get done. I have no complaints. I love being busy. You guys are incredible. Thanks for being here, everybody. You are amazing. KC Charlie Chats, great to see you, my friend. Happy day. Happy day to you. Happy Friday. Sean Landergan is here. It's good to see you, my friend. We've got Philip A. Demick hanging out with us. Chef, what's up, Chef? Good to see you, love. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow hanging out with us. Great to see you, my friend. Tax Shark is here saying howdy, y'all. Happy Friday. Indeed, Release the McCracken is responsible for some of the greatest memes you'll ever come across right now. So keep at it. Release the McCracken. Let's see. Shrap is here. What's up, Shrap 3D? Good to see you. Man of War 665, the neighbor of the beast. Yeah, good to see you, my friend. And of course, Rob Altus is in the chat. Good to see you. And Whiskey Jack. Man, I love that. Love that avatar. That's freaking awesome. All right. We've got Mutant Bamhammer saying, what's slapping in, Misa dudes? That's right. What's slapping in? Indeed. Our usual sponsor is here. Good to see you, brother, says. Blue-Eyed Roof Korean the base for $5 to CC. Sorry for derailing Thursday Night Throwdown. I don't think you did. It was a great conversation. It was beautiful. It was incredible. And thank you for bringing that to my eyeballs. I'm working on it right now. I'm working on it so I'm informed because Monday is going to be a conversation. I think it's going to involve that. So Don't worry about that, my friend. But I really think that the JCPA proposal by Congress will be terrible for us solo creators. Absolutely. And the truth, you're 100% right, and it needs to be thrown out there, especially by the person that is behind that bill, Klobuchar. Yeah, that is a bad human being for humanity. Let's see. Brightest Day says, I just switched a backup account for chat purposes since this one's dead after 2 strikes and the main channel name is now so long. It's not fair for people to have to read it out. What happened to the main channel? What's happening? I'm so confused, Brightest Day. Shoot me a DM or fire into the Gilded. We'll chat because that's weird. Yeah, Midnight's Edge in the morning. Good to see you. Yeah, that's what I do. I dual stream all the time. I'll have like listening to one thing in one ear, something else on another ear. Now that I'm in the studio, and I've rearranged the studio, guys, so I don't quite have white balance set and contrast and color. I'm looking a little sunburned at the moment. I am a little reddish because I have been getting some sun, but I need to balance this some more. But anyway, I moved the studio around. I now the big bookcases are over there in front of me. It gives me a lot more room dimensionally. I have green screen here, and pretty soon there'll be a third haunt wall that'll be a green screen area so that I can do more long range content, move around. Grant wants to start changing up the way the videos work, and I will do some standing stuff, kind of like, John Talks was doing before he went to the way he edits, which is great. But yeah, I'm the studio's different. That's all. I guess the whole point of that. Off on a tangent. Anyway, it's good to see everybody. I appreciate it. Who knew? Good to see you, my friend. Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope things are good. Cipher family is here. What's up? Mead raid? Absolutely. Appreciate the Midnight's Edge raid. Punk Nova Trace is here saying, hey, Grizzly Adams. I mean, Culture Casino. Absolutely. Yeah. Beer's getting crazy. I'm getting too old to follow 1 when it's busy. 2 can be damned. Well, yeah. And again, I guess the reason I started explaining the studio is because now the big giant monitor TV thing is over on that wall. So I have 3 here plus the little chat monitor that I bought. That's for travel so that I can plug it into a laptop and have 2 screens when I'm working. But yeah, I mean, the studio improvements are coming right along. We are going to start doing 2 camera simultaneous shots when I record videos now. They'll all go through the main mic, and eventually a boom. Boom mic is the next order of business here, so that I can have an overhead boom. This mic is for seated work and stuff, and then the boom mic will be for expanding the studio. So lots of 3D stuff we're planning. So we'll get there. The very lovely Lorena Creole is here. Great to see you, love. Oh, if you didn't get a chance to see it in real time, Lorena Creole was on a lunch table with Melanie Mack. So if you have a little downtime today after one of your favorite shows, like after this one, or after Friday Night Tights, or after Friday Night Frolics, or after late night over at Loki's, pop in, watch that. It's well worth your time. Melanie Mack's brilliant, and Lorena's a great interviewer. She's wonderful. Great to talk about stuff with, too. Fun fact, no one has seen Culture Casino and Bob Chapek in the same room before. Weavespiracy. Well, there you go. Yeah. I don't know. It would be really hard to shave like he does to get rid of the face, but I would never want to be that, to be honest with you. Hoping to get some sun soon. Was 20 C one day, and the next day it was 3. Woo! That's weird, my friend. Yeah, that is bizarre weather in the UK, but we're getting snow right now in places when we're not supposed to, in parts of the country where it's like, I thought it was supposed to start to get hot and grow stuff. It's just strange indeed. Oh my goodness. I want to remind everybody, since Lorena's in the chat, Lorena's in the chat, on Sunday, you really should, if you have a chance, and you don't want to talk about the politics around stuff for the most part, although right now Disney's nothing but politics, but you should check out the Welcome to Florida stream. We've been having just a great turnout, and it's really funny, and the chat contributes, and it's a lot of fun. But let's get started on let's get started on something that it just came down. This just broke like moments before the show started, like literally. So let's cover it because I don't think anybody else has got here yet, and it's probably something that people will touch on through the weekend. The consequences have come down for Will Smith, and here they are. Academy bans Will Smith from Oscars for 10 years. 10 years. Let me make this, let me embiggen this. There we go. Feel bad for him. Really do. But he put himself in that position. I don't think that what he did was worth it. I really don't. But they hit him pretty hard. A lot of people are going to say, this is, fair punishment. He'll be back in the Academy at some point. Withdrawing from the Academy isn't going to change the fact that he could still get nominated for an Oscar or an Academy Award. An Oscar is what we call them, but that none of that's going to change anything. But does the punishment fit the crime here? We'll see what they're thinking in the story. So the Board of Governors for the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences met Friday morning to discuss the consequences for actor Will Smith. Here's the Academy's statement. I will read it verbatim in quotes. See, this is why Grant and I are working on the channel, because I'm going to actually be able to do a live quote counter while I'm doing live streams. At least that's the plan. The 94th Oscars were meant to be a celebration of the many individuals in our community who did incredible work this past year. However, those moments were overshadowed by the unacceptable and harmful behavior we saw Mr. Smith exhibit on stage during our telecast. We did not adequately address the situation in the room. For this, we are sorry. This is an opportunity for us to set an example for our guests, viewers, and our Academy family around the world. And we fell short, unprepared for the unprecedented. Today, the Board of Governors convened a meeting to discuss how best to respond to Will Smith's actions at the Oscars, in addition to accepting his resignation. The board has decided for a period of 10 years from April 8, 2022, Mr. Smith shall not be permitted to attend any Academy events or programs in person or virtually, including but not limited to the Academy Awards. Wow. I guess he may not even be able to go into the museum, which they just launched, but I'll keep going. We want to express our deep gratitude to Mr. Rock for maintaining his composure under extraordinary circumstances. We also want to thank our hosts, nominees, presenters, and winners for their poise and grace during our telecast. This action we are taking today in response to Will Smith's behavior is a step toward a larger goal of protecting the safety of our performers and guests and restoring trust in the Academy. We also hope this can begin a time of healing and restoration for all involved and impacted. They didn't need that sentence anyway. The organization didn't have too many other options to impose, especially with Smith's membership now no longer active following his resignation. His resignation and barring from future telecasts do not preclude him from being nominated or even winning future Academy Awards during that time. There have been calls from the industry insiders and moviegoers for Smith's Oscar to be taken back, which the Oscars have no legal authority to claim. To compare, convicted criminals Harvey Weinstein and director Roman Polanski still hold their Oscars to compare. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, following their expulsions. Absolutely. And Polanski should have his pulled, but there's that. The Academy began official disciplinary proceedings March 30th in the originally scheduled board meeting for April 18th to take disciplinary actions. However, in light of Smith's membership resignation from the Academy on April 1, the Academy president, Dave Rubin, moved the meeting to Friday. Smith assaulted Rock after the comedian made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head. Pinkett Smith has spoken publicly about her struggles with hair loss due to alopecia. Smith apologized to Rock in an Instagram post the day after the incident. The Oscars have struggled with the messaging and fallout after the incident. Criticism was heated from the Academy members and Hollywood industry professionals regarding the decision to allow King Richard, actor and producer, to accept his statuette and speak for several minutes uninterrupted. When the disciplinary proceedings were announced, the Academy said in a statement that Smith refused to leave the ceremony, something multiple sources have refuted. So anyway, This is what it is. This is what happened. There are currently 54 people that sit on the board of governors. And those are the people that were making that decision. So there you all are. I'm curious what your reactions are. Let's go through the chat and see. Oh, it is what it is, my friends. It is what it is. All right. Yeah. The Sentinel is like good. Yeah. I can understand that perspective, my friend. Carries is in the house. Great to see you, Carries. Let's see. Oh, dear. However, will he get on with his life? Well, there isn't a lot of consequence here. I mean, he's still going to be eligible to collect a trophy, as they just told you. So, just not being in the academy doesn't mean he would keep him from, collecting another Oscar or Academy Award. Of course, it would be accepted by someone else. Have to see. Slap on the wrist, though. I agree. Should have taken an Oscar from him. I think a lot of people share that sentiment. It would be hard for them to do because they have never pulled Weinsteins or Polanski's or anybody else who's done something absolutely horrific. Never pulled their stuff, right? So anyway, that just broke. It was a weird story just to begin with. So yeah, it's bizarre. Will the Oscars exist in 10 years? Do they really exist now? Those are both amazing questions. M Tax Shark, don't know. The award show itself got a minor bump, as did the Grammys. I want to talk about the Grammys because that video did amazing. Thank you to all of you out there for sharing it, because once it got to the BTS army, that video went bananas. So thanks. But the Oscars are a failing television product, and they're a failing entity in and of themselves. If they make it to 100 years, I think that 100th Oscars might be the last televised production, or maybe we'll get it like on a streaming service or something. We'll have to see. And Dr. Drag's like, wow, they actually did something. Yes, they did. Chris the Bliss is in the house and says, greetings all. Greetings to you, my friend. Question, is this Will Smith ban really a punishment? Not really. Yeah. Will they actually keep the punishment for the full 10 years? They can change their mind. It's the board of governors. And depending upon how favorable some of the members of the board become in the future, or can be influenced in some way. Not that ever happens in Hollywood. Yeah, it could be for a shorter period of time. After Oscar, new Will Smith movie soon. Well, we'll see. He's going to be a hot potato. Maybe the Daily Wow will rescue him. I doubt it. He's too embedded with the Hollywood crowd, especially with his production company. Oh, by the way, I went back to my old glasses. I've been working on some focal depth strengthening and stuff, so that I can actually see more clearly moving in. So these are the old glasses. I have another pair that's just like them, but the ones I was wearing were a little bit stronger lens for my not being able to read, and these are much better. So hopefully I'll continue to do that and maybe get down to something that's a little bit more reasonable, other than the thickness of my lenses. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. You guys are asked the same questions. Will the Oscars exist in 10 years? Yeah. I don't think so. Will Smith getting banned from the Oscars is like being kicked off the Titanic after it hit the iceberg. Yeah, well, it hit the iceberg, 8 years ago when it started to go downhill? 5 years ago, if you look at the numbers. Holy cow. Oh, wow. And we'll talk about the Grammys in a minute. Bananas. The fact that people give Ezra and Will so much attention is in small part partially why they're so messed up. So best just ignore their crazy asses. Yeah, I'm done with the story now. The resolution came out. I'm finished. Don't need to talk about anything else unless he makes some kind of news in the future. Ezra Miller, I assume, will make news in the future. And that's something else everybody's going to be talking about this weekend. How can you keep this dude around? Too much, too little, too late. Yep. Now you got that stuck in my head. Thanks, D-Bud. If any of us slapped a colleague at work, does anyone think they'd receive the Employee of the Year award by the end of the day? No. But honestly, I kind of see where they're coming from. What were they going to do? You realize how many empty seats would have showed up on that Oscars telecast, and there probably wouldn't have been a firm decision then. So the show went on, and Mr. Chris Rock comes out looking better than anybody else. Hunch the Dirty Roofer, good to see you, my friend, for $5. Hey, CC, some new ones to keep an eye on. Eraser Reloaded, really? All right, sounds good. Looks like a quality B-rated action flick. Excellent, because I liked the first Eraser film with Schwarzenegger. It was great. SAS Rogue Heroes from Peaky Blinders. Okay, see, thank you. Some great observations there. Hunch the Dirty Roofer has been nailing it with recommendations, and I have to say thank you because Reacher was wonderful. And I know Lorena and I can do it. There was close anyway. I know that they were doing their review streams on it and watch parties. So let's see. KC Charlie chat says not completely sold on Ban. He'll be back for the 100th awards. I agree with you. When they when they remember all the previous winners, 100%. I agree with you. Let's see. Judicon's here. Good to see you, buddy. Hemorrhoid hurts. No legal authority. They could demand at least. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, those are softball statements coming out of the Academy. Hey, the lovely Sherry. So, they could have done just about anything they wanted to be honest with you. They should have pulled all 3 awards at the same time. Really set a precedent, right? Just say, you know what? Your Oscars are... See ya. They should never have given the Oscar in the first place. Yeah, I agree with you, but like you said, I don't know how they would have gone about doing it. I mean, what was like, was it 20, 30, 40 minutes later? Something like that. It's a very small window. And getting, 54 people out of the seats along with the staffs and everything else for these board members. And could have been a real mess all the way around. I mean, it was a real mess all the way around, but it could have been even messier. So... let's see. Hey, what's going on, Daryl the Derelict? Look at Will Smith's wife. Time will deal with him cruelly enough. Oh, he's in rough shape. Hemorrhoid hurts says, good, very early morning, friends. 4 a.m. here. Well, I'm glad you're here. It is very early, my friend. Very early indeed. What's up, Pops? Good to see you. Pops has got a channel. You should check out Pops and everything he's been doing. Pops says traveling across the great state of Florida. Absolutely. Great state of Florida indeed. I think Jared Shirt. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Horny Alf is in the house. Says Oscars at their peak had almost 60 million viewers. Now they barely pull a million. From time to time, they pull upwards of 6 over the balance. Although the average was up substantially. I think 13 million, if I'm not wrong, in the last one. I mean, they had an uptick. They gained about 60% back of an audience that had abandoned them the previous year. So they were up 60%, but this collectively, it's terrible. Still the second worst Oscars. So yeah, crazy. I'm with Tom on Ezra Miller. It makes no sense for Warner Bros. To continuously go to bat for him. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. And Tom knows I agree with that. We talk about that all the time. HVP's in the house. Good to see you. And my good buddy Tommy and the Giddy Pig Collective. You should guys check out collectible past shows that he does when he does them. But he's been killing it. Those are a lot of fun. I'm toy collecting cool stuff, but yeah. And Subhuman 84 says, yo, well, yo to you, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're being safe on the road, and thank you for doing everything you do, my friend. Culture's starting to look like the Northman with the beard length. Well, we'll see. I'm starting to get to the point of frustration. I really don't know how Gary does it. I'm starting to be able to manage it more, so that like I can straighten it out and get it like down here, but we'll see. Let's see. Whoa, hey, we've got Tommy. This is 100% one of the most important things, and it was something I definitely wanted to talk about today. Drew had the memorial service for his mother day before yesterday, excuse me. It was beautiful based on the pictures. He had a small turnout that was good. But he's going to need a lot of our help, especially financially. So please remember our buddy Drew, Supreme Heretic. He needs a lot of help getting this goal to finish up the situation with the probate, secure his vehicle and the family home. So that, once through the probate process, things can get back to normal for him. So we've got a long road to hoe, and it does take money to get there. So do check out the Give, Send, Go that's on the screen right now. And thank you for doing that, Tommy, man. You are a mensch. Of course, we also have a member chat here from Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast. And he says, oh, piece of candy. Well, yeah. I can't believe you've been here for 17 months. I can't believe I'm too short of, because we've had some members have to step back, but I had 100 members. Now I'm back down to 98. So we are 2 members short of 100. It's amazing to me. And I'll be doing a member stream. If not this weekend, next weekend, because obviously if I get selected by a grand jury, I won't be able to do member stream. So we'll have to see what happens after that. You guys are amazing humans. Thank you so much. And again, Tommy, thank you for that. Wait, my truck is broke, blown transmission. Holy cow. So you're headed to Albuquerque to pick up another one. Pick up another truck? Holy cow. Well, just be safe, sub. Thanks. Dude, I'm sorry about that. That super sucks. Question about the Oscars. Do they even need to broadcast the event? Nope. It's clear that as the years have gone on, everyday people don't care. Will we lose anything if they stop broadcasting the event? Well, if it became about the musical numbers from the films, if it came about the films themselves, it became about the awards and the great performances in films, I think they could salvage it. But that's not what they've become, and that's the problem. Is they do way more than that. They just preach. Look, I kind of coined the term. Thank you, Daryl the Derelict. I appreciate you becoming a member. My goodness, I guess I should start soliciting members now. Thank you for that, my friend. What was I saying? You could rescue the show. You really could, I believe. I think that it comes down to just making a good quality show. But again, and this is what I was saying. But I could make a T-shirt that says, less preachy, more free speechy, right? That's what we need in Hollywood. Because right now, let's face it, in the entertainment industry, they're under a really strange form of censorship. Because if you add the large portion of people that work in Hollywood come forward as just normal humans, everyday normal humans with no agenda tied to it. Goodness, theme park casual. Thank you guys. Wow. I'm up to 100 members. You guys are incredible. Thank you for that. Wow, folks, you guys are awesome. Thank you for that. But yeah, getting back to that. You can't go out there as somebody who works in Hollywood and speak freely, because you could be canceled. And that's the kind of the weight that they're living under. Because again, if the majority of the folks came out, like I was saying, they could squash some of this stuff. The problem is the people that are in influential positions of power want to keep their power. And part of keeping their power is enforcing some crazy stuff, which keeps people quiet. And that's some of what's going on right now. I don't think a lot of people want to look at it from that perspective, but that's some of it. Yeah, truck is still under one. Oh, that's good, man. I think you're an owner operator, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I'm glad, brother. That's good news. Lufa Life, absolutely. That T-shirt's coming, folks. T-shirt's coming. I put the 8K pixel density together on it, and we have to see. I'm going to order some test product, and then it's going to go live. And Lorraine and I may start creating some merch together, because there's opportunities. Thank you, Florida. My goodness. Will Smith's Oscars should have gone to Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire. Main reason, I don't watch. Yeah. Well, they are not going to put forth, popcorn movies. And that's one of the problems with the Oscars. You have people that are even members of the Academy, the popular members of the Academy, outspoken members of the Academy, that say that. They say popular movies should be allowed to win these categories, even if it's a popcorn flick, like Spider-Man No Way Home, right? Sebastian Simonson says free speech in Hollywood never going to happen. Well, it used to. Now Will isn't allowed at the Oscars. How many jokes will be made about Jada being free for use at the Oscars? I guarantee you. Yeah, she's going to be available. That's for sure. Maybe Maybe there are benefits of walking her down the red carpet at those events at the end of the night. Don't know. Don't know. Lots of jokes there. What's up, Read by Nature? Good to see you, my friend. These shirts were tested on live at Culture Casino. Absolutely. I think that's a good way to promote your products, right? Order a sample, put it on, show it off, right? That's what Jay does. That's why I rock his gear from time to time. RK Outpost, same thing. These are my friends too, but I mean, they're also, they're smart. They're good businessmen. It's good business practice. So believe me, I'll be doing live shots of me, holding up like my hair care product stuff, right? Who wouldn't want like a peppermint scented oil, healthy beard oil for their face, right? Who wouldn't want a high quality organic quality conditioner, right? I think everybody does, especially dudes. Wow, dentist office, no bueno. There's a reason Oscar bait is a genre unto itself, 100%. Yeah. Twitter broke celebrities, never meet your heroes. Whiskey Jack, that is very well said. 100 there. 100. Yeah, see, and even Mr. Shirt's like, yes. Hey, Midnight Edge Raids is here. Thank you for that, Darius Munchausen. Good to see you, buddy. Hello, Olaf. Greetings, my friend. Yeah, so we just finished up. For those of you who joined halfway through or just now, we're just finishing up on the story about Will Smith being banned for 10 years. 10 years. There it is. By the Board of Governors. 54 members said, take a nap, dude. We'll see you in 10. And there you go. So, but we can move on because there's other stories out there I'm sure you guys want to talk about. Disney, of course, is its own unique train wreck, right? And they're doing more to strip away the value of their linear television products. And you're probably like, what are you talking about? Well, you're going to start seeing the move of popular shows and things that have a established audience that are performing okay, but they're going to start to present without commercials. That's their plan. Unless you're on the ad-supported service and are watching it later. Because if you look at this, Dancing with the Stars is moving to Disney Plus in a stunning move after 16 years on ABC. This broke again this morning. All this stuff's coming out this morning. It's crazy. But so that means that this show, which is was one of ABC's most popular, I haven't checked the ratings in the last couple of years, but it's crazy. They're moving it. You're going to start to see this more and more. Streaming is going to start moving live sports. You're going to start seeing that. I actually talked about that this morning. We talked about baseball on Apple TV, and they're going to let you for several weeks at the beginning of the baseball season. In fact, like I think this Friday, today even, I believe that on Apple TV you could watch baseball live. And free and without a subscription at all. So, I mean, none. I mean, I don't think you even have to sign up in any way. So they're going to allow that for a few weeks just to get people used to the idea of streaming a live sporting event. Wow. But yeah, so basically hold on to your dance skins. Dancing with the Stars is relocating to Disney Plus in a groundbreaking move. It received a 2-year pickup for seasons 31 and 32 and will be debut exclusively on Disney Plus this fall in US and Canada, becoming the first live series to debut on the service. It is also believed to be the first live streaming reality show in the US, marking another milestone for it's also, wait a minute, first live streaming. Okay, we're live streaming. Yeah, that's probably true. In an advisory to its affiliate stations sent this morning, ABC notes that NFL football is part of its plans for the Monday 8 to 10 p.m. slot on the fall schedule that has been occupied by Dancing with the Stars for the past 15 years. So that makes sense. So they're moving it for that reason, or that's the excuse. My thought is they are trying to bolster Disney Plus, which a lot of people are abandoning. And mind you, lots of cancellations, and I haven't been able to confirm the numbers, but Disney has had lots of cancellations of their Disney Plus service. They've been losing some reservations at their theme park hotels and resorts. There are a lot of people that are unhappy with Disney for various reasons. So if you want to bolster your streaming service, you move a program like Dancing with the Stars over there. So there isn't anything that's done by chance. There's a lot of motivations there, really, truly. Yeah, the show is still around. Yeah. Sebastian Simonson, I caught this in the stream. So any bets when Bob gets Das Boot? At the end of his contract would be my guess, unless he can turn it around. He's going to have to figure out a way to leverage this situation against the people that are causing it. And I gave my advice at the very beginning: don't bend the knee. He bent the knee. I gave advice with Valiant Renegade yesterday on kind of what I would do as a boss, because as a boss, it's pretty easy to figure out what to do. Set specific metrics for the programming, delineate it clearly on wherever you're putting it. So you label it as such, right? Agenda driven programming, LGBTQ, TIA plus, whatever. You label everything. So if Pixar wants to release something like that, Pixar, LGBTQ content, whatever. Right. And you set specific metrics for it. And if they don't hit the numbers and it's not profitable, see you. So, and then you track how, if there's artificial shenanigans going on as well, which could get people out of their job because something was being artificially propped up. But that's, those are strong metrics you could put in place as a boss. We'll just have to see. So my mom loves Dancing with the Stars. She can't even figure out how to use D+. Yeah, I think there's going to be there's be an audience loss, because there's going to be people who don't want to do Disney Plus that still are consuming linear television. All right, I guess I'll watch something different. Right? I'll have to see. What's up, Kalabby? Good to see you, buddy. And 70s is here. Good to see you, bud. Wow. Thank you, Blue Eyed Roof Curry in the base for $5. Looking forward to the endless supply of future action thriller films that will be made based on failed Whitmer plot, with 2 acquitted and 2 hung jury today. Holy cow. Wow. It seems like if you're trying to set people up and frame certain events in a certain way, that maybe that doesn't sell well. Good looking out, my friend. I almost called you by your name. I always forget who allows me to say what their name is or not, but I appreciate you, Blue Eyed Roof Korean the base, and the $5. Thanks for sponsoring the show. Commander Ed Strager Shadow says, Culture Casino, Disney is turning into a woke dumpster fire. Yes. Yeah, of caca. Yes, absolutely. At all levels of the corporation, theme parks, streaming, and films. Yeah, and that's to be expected. Again, I mean, if you are allowing studio heads like Victoria Alonso to publicly shame you, and that's the other problem with the way contracts are written. Yeah. The lovely Sherry. Let's see. I'm not subscribing to every channel, especially Disney. Absolutely. Disney minus. Yeah. Yeah. They're really screwing up. And again, all this poison was put in place by Iger. I mean, if you watched what we were talking about yesterday on Mead, yeah, all of the poison was put in place by Iger. And it's bad. It's really, really bad. 70 says, I have a few minutes at lunch to listen in. This woke malarkey is killing my YouTube habits. Absolutely. Yeah. 50 plus people, 30 plus likes. Absolutely. Will Smith, that's Chris Rock button, people. Thank you, Olaf. That rocks. I need to write that down. Oh, I wish I had that clip that Tom made. The guy, so great. You guys are awesome. We got Blue Eyed Roof Cabine in the base for another $2. Thanks, my friend. Says Disney renames DW2ES to Grooming with the Stars. Well, maybe. Thank goodness we're 40 minutes into the show, so I could do that joke. Thanks for the 61 of you being here. Appreciate all of you out in the chat. Actually, it's a few more than that, I guess. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind slapping the like button, I would appreciate it. Yeah, go full Will Smith on that Chris Rock button. Very good. You guys are great. Oh, that's a good joke. Let's see. Never had Disney, and I'm never getting it. Well, It is what it is. I keep telling my family not to get Disney Plus. I've watched most of the original series there. None of them are worth getting the service for. It's all trash. I agree. And there's other ways to consume product. I'm just saying. Roof Korean the based as your friend, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Oh, all right. Well, very good. Everybody's rolling in here, including Louvre and Imakara. Greetings. Well, Iger's getting exactly what he wanted. Yeah. I mean, it's like the company is run by two masters. I wonder what else is like that right now in the modern world in this particular country. We don't do a lot of politics here unless it's tied to entertainment, but that was a fair shot, I think. I'm not Will Smithing the Chris Rock button. I do not want a 10-year ban from CC. No, it'll be fine. You can do that here. Yeah. You guys are awesome. Holy Woke need nose candy and hookers. Yeah. Yeah. Tom's not wrong. Every time he says that, it's very true. Very true indeed. Wow, bro. Ban Hammer. Woohoo! I'm not reading it, but dang. Manowar665 says, I already slapped it. Slapped it like it owed me money. That's right. Diego, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, Diego. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. CultureCasino, I have officially unsubbed from 120 Disney content creators. Wow. Might be more, but I've decided to leave the content creator community, no longer support them and their Friday show. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I watch very specific creators. I work with very specific creators. I will not ever work with or for a shill creator. So, but you will see me, when opportunity presents itself to hang out with, the Park Hop and crew, Lorena Creole, and other people who have, a vested interest in the theme parks themselves, but aren't shills. It's the shill creators that I'm kind of like giving a stiff arm to. So I feel you, Dr. Dragon. I really do. Well, you weren't wrong. All right. Who else is here? Oh, yeah. Cocaina. That's right. D-Bud Martin. Yeah. If the like wants a Will Smith, I want a Chris Rock. Where's my I can't even say the word today. Anachronistic joke. Anachronistic joke. There it is. Woo. Wow. Sebastian Simonson, reject democracy, return to monarchy. I think we're already there. We just don't know it yet. But a group of oligarchs that kind of control everything. But again, no politics. We got more to talk about because there's more going on. And in an article we didn't really get into depth about last night on Midnight's Edge After Dark, this is why I'm saying Disney has bigger fish to fry. They have huge problems. Grant's working on a video edit that'll be out on Monday. It's another one of me going at Disney in a different way, talking about their vulnerabilities. But we're going to highlight that Disney faces legal threats in Florida over their fight with the education bill, House Bill 1557, the Parental Rights in Education Act. And it passed by a giant majority. And if it were to come up again, it would pass by a bigger majority. But they talk specifically about the 1967 Reedy Creek Improvement Act that allowed for the development of Disney World the way it is now. And this fight is going to get big, but they're bigger. This is only one of 3 soft spots, and we're going to talk about those other soft spots in that video on Monday. But this one is going to hurt them. It'll hurt them big in the way that it's done. I mean, the autonomy that Disney has in Florida is ridiculous, but you're getting DeSantis and Republican lawmakers, which are the majority there. They're calling for the repeal of the act. So, and this is the quote: "As a matter of first principle, I don't support special privileges in law just because a company is powerful. They've lost a lot of the pull they used to have. And honestly, I think it's a good thing for our state. You know what else it's good for? Universal. You notice how they're keeping very, very quiet and nobody's forcing their hand? Bananas." Hey, Tom, what's up, buddy? He says, WTF is MTWOLNALAF. It is, may the wings of liberty never lose a feather. That was an homage to Gary. So, but yeah. Oh my goodness. Monarchy. Yeah, you guys are fun. How many people will unsub from ESPN though? You know what? I don't watch any ESPN content. I haven't. You guys, I did a video. When I canceled my DirecTV, my thousands of dollars in TV package every year. That's gone. I didn't replace it with anything. I have an expiring clock on some streaming services, and now I am basically month to month with HBO Max. That's it. And to be honest with you, I as somebody who would occasionally consume things from Disney Plus, there's not been anything on there worth consuming. Moon Knight is a complete dog pile, mess, on fire. So I'm not ready. Anyway, Disney wields, I want to get into this part of the story because it's important to know. Disney wields unparalleled clout and leverages Florida's largest employer, single site employer, and driver of economic activity. Actually, that's what is bigger, is they're part of the hospitality, entertainment, and theme park. There's a huge infrastructure in Central Florida and Orlando area that supports that. And that's why it's so influential. I mean, but again, I mean, Disney's not going to pull out of Florida. I mean, it wouldn't be economically feasible, and it would be disastrous to their primary profit center. Their primary profit center is Disney World and their other theme park holdings, and the licensing of those theme park holdings in other countries. The most profitable, I think, of those ventures is obviously in Japan with Oriental Land Company, which, if you want to get the real Disney feeling again and experience the Disney difference that used to be there, go to Japan, go to Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. I'm just telling you, they're talk of another theme park there too. So there you are. So basically, they were evaluating the tourism industry, found that it accounts for $75.2 billion in annual spending, 463,000 jobs, and $5.8 billion in state tax revenue. And those numbers would go up, actually, which I think this is kind of, I think this is where that particular thing is kind of not within the context of it all, because of the way taxation works and the way things are kind of fixed for Disney because of that power that they have in that particular 2-city county that they basically control, because they're basically a county government, right? This is what Reedy Creek kind of is. So it's a good question. But yeah, let's see. This representative, Anna something or another, who is a Democrat from Orlando, is remaining confident the law will stay in place. She's saying it's performative. You'll have to see. There are a lot of people that are in Orlando, a lot of Floridians that think the land was stolen. It's a conversation that Lorraine and I have had, conversation that I've had with others. It's just the way it is. Hey, there's Frakoff Fulgercarb. Good to see you. I covered this today in the 6-Minute Daily, but you have Universal Hollywood's version of Nintendo Land, Nintendo World, opening up in 2023. If they race to the finish line in Epic Universe, it's possible by the end of 2023 we could have Epic Universe and Nintendo World in Florida as well, which would be actually the full Nintendo World, not the small version you're getting in Hollywood, because I believe they'll get the Donkey Kong coaster as well. So, but yeah. And we do have, I think Lorena points it out. Yeah. In the United States, we are a representative republic. Yeah. And that's how we want it to be. We don't want to be a democracy. Democracy is mob rule, and that's bad. It's very, very bad. Disney equals woke papal state. Can't argue with you there. But Florida natives do not have a favorable view of Disney here. That's true. It's very, very true. Oh, no, you're fine. Don't worry. It's a one-man show. Sometimes Sometimes my tongue gets tied. I think you guys have noticed that before. There are certain videos where I have to record multiple times. It's not like I don't know the word, right? It's just like I can't get it out. It happens a lot. It's no biggie. It's kind of funny. It doesn't bother me at all. You guys are having a conversation in the chat. Hey, Keck, what's up, my friend? Rob Alta says never subbed to ESPN. I'm a nerd. Well, I'm a nerd and a sports guy. I mean, I always kind of like to consider myself as somewhat of a Renaissance man. I mean, that's probably not true, but I grew up with sports. But I also grew up with entertainment. So I benefited from some really interesting circumstances, we'll say. Anyway, let's see who else is rolling here. Let the Seminole Nation take Disney into receivership and go native on the state. Oh, wow, Terry. I don't know. That might hurt the stock price. Let's see. I've watched too many YouTubers to need anything else. Streaming services get no money from me. You know what? Theme park casual? Me too. I mean, honestly, driving around doing stuff, I'm watching YouTube. My trip to and from Texas, watching YouTube, listening to YouTube. Depends on if I was driving or not. But yeah, you guys are my entertainment. I mean, I love to, pull up on a Lorena Creole thing or, a Brightest Day thing or any of the channels that some of you guys represent. I'd rather support you than them. And Disney does need Florida. Rob Alta said it right there. Good question. How much you think this daily dose of dismal Disney, as Clownfish TV calls it, will have affected shows like Moon Knight, Kenobi, which people be less attracted because of the stuff they got in? Yes, I think it's going to affect them, Dr. Dragon. I think you're going to see more and more effects trickle down. In fact, they've already seen it. Like I said, I haven't been able to confirm the exact number. You get numbers thrown around. 350,000 people dropped out of, whatever. Okay. The question is, when will that translate into the theme parks? Well, Disney's also, because of the way they're flexing their pricing muscle, they're forcing people away from the theme park market. The value's not there, right? So people can go down the street around the corner at Universal and have a much better experience for less money. Ask Lorena Creole. Ask Jay over at Park Hoppin'. Ask anybody who goes there on the regular. Rogue Disney, for example. Rogue Disney. If Rogue Disney wasn't a pass holder, if Rogue Disney didn't have some special advantages to get in and out of the parks, I don't know. Maybe he changes his channel name. I don't know. As some people are born into Disney and there's no way to get it out, but at least they're honest and can talk honestly about what's happening within the company. And I respect those people for sure. Let's see. Second episode of Moon Knight was better. I've heard this, read by nature, but I was thinking of dropping it after the first episode. Still better than most MCU shows, but that's not a high par. I agree with you. Absolutely. C-Man says, went back to Netflix after they backed Dave Chappelle. Yep. Lots of people said that. And I found that interesting. Again, that's Sardanos. And the other guy, I always forget the other guy. Don't care. But that's Sardanos essentially backing some form of free speech, right? And being somewhat based, and basically telling employees to, pipe down. And honestly, they really should. They really should. I see I got some super chats. Need to get to those. Olaf says something. I'd rather spend money on a monthly subscription to some streaming channels. Yeah, that's what I do. I watch 60-80% of the week in super chats. A lot of people do. Moon Knight is another too many cooks. Absolutely. Funny how this article doesn't mention how many foreign workers Disney has. Well, that number's less than it used to be. We know why, especially with the college program, the international students and everything not being there anymore. I know that's where it's at and where it's coming back if it hasn't already. But they have a lot of people. They have a lot of people living in like small spaces, right? And they're now going to build an affordable living community. What's up, Thunderduck? Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for your support. I enjoy Moon Knight a lot so far. The scenes with Layla were 75% strong Lemon based, except for those. I love it. Ethan Hawke is cool. Yes, he is. He was the best part of the first episode, to be honest with you. So that's fair. A lot of people have told me they've liked the show. I have a problem with it, and I have a problem with it because It's not the comic books. It's not even close. And as Gary Nerdrotic is going to probably tell you today, it's a Mansell in a dress. So there you go. Hey, Monkey Jeebus, good to see you, my friend. Disney had fake business buy up the land. Yeah, multiple, actually. The accumulation, and then they did a real estate process called assembly. They're actually in the process of doing that in California. Most people don't know. If you look through the real estate holdings companies that they own, and then some shells that are attached to those holdings companies, they're buying up the neighborhood that's adjacent to where they relocated the high tension wires at Disneyland. They're buying up what I call the Walnut neighborhood. So everything that is west of Walnut, they're buying that up. They own a lot of it now. A lot of it's managed by a real estate management company for rental purposes. They also have, obviously, they acquired the carousel and other things in order to build infrastructure to do flyover bridges, parking structures, et cetera, et cetera. They're going to continue to do that. Downtown Anaheim not downtown Anaheim. The theme park area of Anaheim will look differently in the next 20 years if they get what they want. So we'll see. Disney bought land for Walt Disney World through cutouts and straw men. Yep, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, they employed they had somebody that they were working with that was former CIA and working on how to flesh out space for as much land as they could do. Yeah, and there was one seller didn't sell. Lorraine and I talked about that last Sunday, I believe. So yeah. Beverly Hills Ford and Netflix. Wow, didn't know that. Yeah, Anaheim was a weird situation too. For the longest time, they actually let that family live in that house, and then recently, when they did the Star Wars thing, they relocated the house. That was a really weird thing. So yeah, forget the name of the family that was there. So after Disney loses their benefits in Florida and a bunch of park employees get laid off to balance things, who's looking forward to a bunch of alphabet people doing taxation is theft? That would be weird, right? It'd be weird. Nintendo is going to be Amazeballs 100. Yeah, it's going to be incredible. Yeah, Epic Universe is getting the Kong coaster. Yep. A Ministry of Magic in Florida, kids. Ministry of Magic. I mean, amazing. I wonder if Bob Chapek is paying attention to Zaslav. Well, he should have paid attention to himself, but I hope so. And we should have paid attention to Netflix Vertical Horizons, to be honest with you. What's up, Jedi Bill? Good to see you, brother. Tommy's like, let Disney burn. There's a Florida person for you, folks. You Florida people not 100 on Disney right now. When it comes to Nintendo, Zelda is my jam. Well, there's something in development, and I'm not talking about the game, which we got delayed to spring 2023. I'm talking about you might get some satisfaction in not immediately, but in the future at Epic Universe. I'll just say it that way. Yeah, good to see you, Master Sidearms. There's our good friend Captain Track. Good to see you, buddy. Poor will 10 years the Oscar perish. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we actually that was the first thing we covered. Frackoff Felger Carb, absolutely. Yeah, he is a pariah, 100%. Okay, who else is in the house? I sometimes miss sports ball, but they're not getting my money, and they're not getting mine either. And again, I gave them a lot of money. I saw a super sticker from Darius Munchausen. I think it's a box of popcorn. Thank you for that. Diego Flores sends us 5 Peruvian souls. Thank you, my friend. Says, Culture, let's be honest. When Universal gets Pokemon in the parks, Disney's dead. Pikachu will be the only rodent in people's minds. Gotta catch them all. Well, you get Pokemon there. They just opened Peppa Pig over at Lego, right, Lorena? Am I wrong? I think I'm right. And there's a lot of Peppa Pig. So, I mean, it's not like there's going to be a dearth of family entertainment, right? It's Pokemon's family, Nintendo's family, Peppa Pig is family. Paw Patrol is supposed to be getting some attraction development, but I don't know where that's going. I don't even know who owns Paw Patrol. It might be Disney. I'm not sure, but there's some attraction stuff being put together in various stages for that as well. We'll see. where that shakes out. Hot take: anyone who screams taxation is theft, if they have ever used roads or drawn water from the tap, I hate that phrase. Yeah. Again, there was a statement that was like, taxation is the price we pay for a civilized society. Well, guess what? Civilized society's gone out the window, for, or at least it did for a few months prior to change in the guard, right? I have no streaming service except for the Phantom Menace. Thank you, Thunderduck. You're the best. We appreciate you and your support, my friend. I hope things are going well on your side of the pond. Philip A. Demick says, CC tongue gets tied only on on OnlyFans. No. This is a good analogy. Democracy equals two wolves and a sheep arguing about what is for dinner. Constitutional republic is similar. Two wolves and one well-armed sheep contesting the vote. Absolutely. Disney's very expensive subhuman, as you would know. The Star Wars fanboys will love Kenobi show no matter how bad it is. Yes, but there's not a lot of them anymore. I mean, like I said, I don't care. You were talking to a kid that grew up with Star Wars so hardcore that my 7, 8, and 9-year-old bedroom was adorned with Star Wars sheets. That was my bed. Star Wars sheets, Star Wars pillowcase, Star Wars comforter, Star Wars curtains. I had some of the ships like mounted in the room on strings. I had my action figures everywhere. My youngest brother is the same habit. So yeah, nuts. Vertical Horizons. Don't worry, they'll recoup the money with the Star Cruiser LARP motel. No, they won't. No, they won't. They screwed themselves into a very bad position with that. Creating really the very few abilities to change the storylines, which they're actually struggling to change. So much so that they're trying to incorporate, as you've seen other people do videos on, Life Day, so that they can have Christmas in the Star Cruiser, so that maybe people will go. Yeah. Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast, for $6.65. Thank you for that, my friend. Disheartened to hear some amongst us so nonchalantly diminished ESG influence in all of this. Been fighting this poison for over 5 years in my pension fund. Dude, I don't dismiss it at all. I don't. In fact, I think the only way to affect this is to change banking laws and essentially create circumstances and situations where ESG is illegal. That the only decision-making process for loaning money is a purely financial risk benefit. That's it. And believe me, this kind of thing has been a problem going in. It's one of the reasons why the arguments with, affirmative action and the different titles around school, sports, and things like that always centered around the slippery slope idea. And, to me, again, my conversation around ESG has always been what it is. ESG is a number you shoot for if you're a company that is living on hopes and dreams with no potential profitability. You need to be less concerned about that if you're a profitable corporation. Right now, there is so much money and influence coming out of these giant stakeholders that, and you know who they are. I mean, that has a large amount of influence. And I disagree with some people who have a diminished take of what ESG influence is. The problem is if this is allowed to persist and becomes even more pervasive, then you're going to essentially have the same thing in your daily banking. And I don't think people are quite prepared for that, but we'll see. I don't have to deal with Hollywood traffic to get to Disneyland. That's awesome. Good location. No, it's not a tangent, my friend. I don't mind talking about it. I mean, honestly, Disney doesn't care as much about their ESG scores as like something like Twitter does, right? It all comes down to, are you profitable or not? So, I would always be late for work at Universal. Yeah, Disneyland was amazing when I was a kid. Truly. Moon Knight doesn't know what it wants to be. Action, horror, drama, although Ethan Hawke is captivating. He's incredible. Dude is a great actor. I'm sorry. I feel like he was... changing the character so fundamentally and presenting it as such a dive into the mental illness thing, a lot of people are attracted to that. I mean, God bless Tina Bojan, because she loves the show. She loved Loki. She didn't mind the entertainment that she's getting, and that's perfectly fine. I will not yuck your yum. We just can disagree on it. I mean, we agree on a lot of other stuff. That's why that's why I love everybody here. You don't even know. You guys are the best. Affording housing for non-existent demographic in Orlando. Exactly. I find it hilarious that some people I follow and listen to dismiss ESG. Yeah, I don't. Breaking Points covered ESG, and and if there's money to be had, there will be corporate interest. Exactly. Yeah, you just have to keep them from having any form of control over your board, because they will F your company up, and they do it out of a sense of power. It's the same thing we talked about with Hollywood. Really, Wookiee supremacy, dude. You're marching on the right side of the street right now. There's a lot of people. Wait till you see my video that Grant's putting together for Monday. Not a happy camper. Hey, just getting back on the road, headed home. Good to see you, Dadman Walking 55. Dadman Walking 55 and family do a lot of gaming streams. And if you're into Fortnite, they sometimes have some guests. I'm going to end up playing some Fortnite with my friends, popping into different streams to do that. And maybe I can get some people to play some other stuff with me, some stuff I like. I don't know. We'll see. You guys are amazing, though. Let's see. Beverly Hills Cop 4 was going to Netflix a long time ago. Yeah, I thought so. Deal was made right after Dolomite. By the way, Dolomite was good. Don't care what anybody says. I don't see it as a manzel in a dress. I believe 15 years ago, we would not have had a problem with how the show is. In the current era, though, we know there's an agenda. I love Isaac in it. Yeah, well, dude, Isaac's a great actor, and he can carry it off, right? But they dove too deeply into Steven. Steven is not the character he was in the comics. This is the Batman of... I know a lot of people say that, but it's the truth. This is the Batman of Marvel, and they're effing it up. Hello, everyone. CultureCasino. Good to see you, Morgan King. Florida people are 100% on Disney. Changing me's a mind. 100% rage, that is. Nope, you're right. Ask anybody who lives there. The best part of Moon Knight is the triangle. Yeah. But they should have started out with Mark and not Steven. And they shouldn't have focused on Steven in the first episode, because it turned me off right away. Because I could see the future of the show. And at this point, you got 4 episodes left. But I'm glad you're enjoying it, my friend. Please, let me know what you think at the end of the run, because I do want to know. Or you can let me know every episode. That's fine. But and I will appreciate that as well. But I'm just out, which kind of bums me out. God, I was so looking forward to the show. Zelda's about a woman who keeps running away from her stalker, who kills anything in his way to get to her. Link is a toxic stalker. That's an awesome take, Kitty Bear. I don't agree, but it's great. Let's see. Yep, Peppa Pig Land opened at Legoland and is a hit. Yep, I knew it would be. And I saw the Seaman rolled in here. There we go. Nickelodeon is definitely not family friendly now, though they destroyed it. In fact, the first female, I'm not a biologist, maybe I can't say that's part of the current administration, is actually part of something with Nickelodeon now. I like some awards thing. Oh my God, give me strength. So after we saw the disaster, the Pixie Duster got after the Star Cruiser, you think this mess Disney will make it tough or worse for some of them getting exposed? Yeah. You have a lot of Pixie Dusters that are like, this sucks when it comes to Star Cruiser, and they're starting to call out the price problems and the loss of value. Disney's in big trouble. They really are. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I don't know which, but okay. Yeah, curtains. Yeah. My mom sewed them. She took some sheets, extra sheets, some Star Wars sheets, made curtains out of them. I had a pillowcase, had a comforter that was I think she stitched it to a sheet to a comforter. I was hardcore freak show, and I love Star Wars. Yeah. Disney hit inflation years before the rest of the country. Oh, boy, did they. You know what? We were talking about that. Across the board, during the 2 months that the park system was not open anywhere, it was about 2 months, a little less, right? And Disney World was closed. during the global crisis, right? They raised food prices across the board 30% when the thing was closed, so that when they came back, everything was more expensive. Almost all of the merchandise prices got a jump, and an appreciative jump. Over a course of time, they are trying to increase margins on goods because they are trying to predict along what the supply chain issues are going to be. They were supposed to have enough of those popcorn buckets, the Figment popcorn buckets at Disney World at Epcot, and one whole shipment didn't show up. So bananas. Yeah, all of these bad decisions that we're living with right now were Iger. Yeah, you're 100% right. Chapek had nothing to do with that. He did have a lot to do with the gutting of the parks and the future plans for the parks, including the Project Gamma redo, which essentially gutted Epcot and turned it into Walcott, which it still is. The only thing you're getting on a very extreme delay there is Cosmic Rewind, which previews for that are coming up here very shortly. I'm supposed to be getting a special thing of that, but I don't even know if I'm going to go. I'm headed to Florida for sure for the MegaCon. I may not even go to the con though. I may just hang out, do some Universal stuff, hang out with my friends, and whoever happens to show up. Maybe I'll go one day of the cons. Maybe get a chance to tell Gina Carano she's awesome. She has my support. Yeah, Disney falling into a black hole easily. Easily. Actually, that movie was great. They should remake that movie. No, they should. Well, actually, they could remake that movie if they stuck with a faithful shot for shot with modern tech and everything else. It would be incredible. Oh, such a great film. Spaceballs, the lunchbox. Spaceballs, the coloring book. Spaceballs, the breakfast cereal. Spaceballs, the flamethrower. Yeah. I wonder if Jeremy Boring used a Spaceballs flamethrower. I think he used the same one that Elon Musk plays with. Problem is, fiduciary is only word at the moment. That's true. Shit needs some real teeth. Yeah. See, if your fiduciary duty is to look out for the benefit of your client only, and again, it actually you could take some of these companies to court over this ESG stuff because it does not fit with the word fiduciary at all. ESG does not. So you're 100% right. Federal laws expired. Yeah, I heard about it. Mandatory. Yeah, I heard about the thing being. In fact, that was a couple days ago, right? I think that was just 2 days ago that they said. Yep. And there were a lot of people against it. Yep. ESG is a bracket. Absolutely, it is. This show needs a booty break. It would be amazing for $2. Thanks, Snowdub Live. You guys can check up Snowdub shows on the weekends. Something big is coming. Something big. We had an announcement, I think, last Saturday. Maybe there'll be more talk about that this Saturday. What do you think, Snowdub? You think so? Thanks for the $2, buddy. I wish yeah. No, we are not doing a horse here, Terry Rose. No. You went to the movies twice for the first time since 2020. Awesome. Next up, Doctor Strange 2. You only pay €6, huh? Wow, that's awesome. That's a pretty good deal. Victor Fontaine, CC, did you see the box office predictions for Strange and pre-sale ticket numbers? No matter what Disney does, the MCU fan would still support the product. I didn't see them. I wasn't going to pull anything until after the pre-sale stuff kind of settled down. They had issues with the website up front. I heard, at least on the AMC side, like trying to just get tickets for the pre-sale. We'll see. If it gets bad word of mouth, it's not going to change things. I mean, and unfortunately, from what I've heard, outside of the giant, colossal number of freaking cameos, I don't know. I saw a member chat roll in here. It's from Trav101 upgraded to gold membership. Thank you for that, Trav101. Appreciate that. Did anybody shoot me a member chat that I didn't read? I saw one. Trying to keep up, guys. That's why I have this chat monitor thing down here. Yeah, no, I didn't miss anything. Cool. All right. Thanks for joining. Appreciate that. Or upgrading. I do. That's awesome, Trav. Let's see. I finished my Fortnite season pass in less than 10 days. Dude, really? Holy cow. Wish I could do that. I am not good at that game. I just enjoy playing it. Usually somebody's carrying me. It's fine. You folks should play some of those Pictionary games that you played on EFAP. Oh, yeah. Lorena's doing. Lorena, what do you play? Any Quiplash or something? Yeah, I always find those a lot of fun. I really do. Hey, what's up, Bosco? Good to see you, Gaskar. Check out the Bosco Scenario. Great channel, great friend. Let's see. Max Relask says, remember pressing like makes one of Culture Casino's hairs immortal. Absolutely. Yes, please. Appreciate that. Yeah. Also, hopefully makes it grow faster because, yeah, I'm looking at like 13 months before the next donation so that I can keep it long after the next donation. Because let me tell you, growing it out this time and looking like Lord Farquaad was not a great time. Really. It is what it is. The brain dead pixie dusters are downright creepy. Well, lifestylers are, some of them can be a little lifestyley, a little bit weirdness. Rainbow bright sheets, that's cool. Inflation here is around 10%, heading to 12 to 13. Yeah, I've seen your European inflation numbers and where they're headed. And actually, a lot of the data that we're using to talk about inflation is antiquated because it's using different metrics. It's the same problem that they had with like trying to have like welfare and things mean things in this country. The numbers are antiquated. What people need for consumption or day-to-day lifestyle, those things are different than what they were 40 years ago. Outside of the staples, which should be the only thing that they track, but that's not. They fix it on some other metrics. They should be fixing it to the petrodollar circumstance. So anything that has to do with petroleum products, that's an automatic indicator of inflation as the prices go up for petroleum. That's the big one. And food, because, well, I guess all of that stems from where you get your primary power source. And for the entire globe, that's still fossil fuels. And you can talk a lot about wind, you can talk a lot about solar, the whole nine, but there's no alternative right now. Even with the new density, they now have wow, this is a lot of stuff nobody probably wants to hear about. But they have a new solar technology, which is a film technology that essentially doubles what the collection can be on solar. It's less expensive, can be flexible, can be material that ends up, laminated to each other on, rooftops and stuff like that. Properly, if used in this country properly in combination with nuclear power, you could generate all the electrical needs for this country with essentially a small corner of Texas desert, high desert. Problem is, you have storm issues. Obviously, power is only generated when the sun goes down, which is why you have to have nuclear power plants online to pick up the slack. There's lots of things that can be done, but the other issue is transmitting power. Power transmission is a real problem, but all of these things are touched on with inflation. And somebody who can tell you a lot about that's this guy, Diego Flores. I remember when a shell company of Disney was seeing to buy land here in Peru and to build a park for South America, but it fell through. Yep. Yeah. And they've done that multiple times, including the America Park, which hopefully I get a chance to talk with about Lorena Creel at a future date. But yeah, the America Park, which would have been in New England. Yeah. Let's see. There's a super chat from Eric K. Says, for $5, there CultureCasino is still a hardcore free show. Look at his OnlyFans. Thank you, brother. Nobody wants an OnlyFans from me. Nobody does. My friend worked in the effects in the Guardians ride in California Adventure. He showed me the samples he used. Yeah. That conversion was. I honestly feel like it was not worth it, but people like the attraction, and they had to tie something into Avengers Campus because that show could be better. First of all, they needed to build shade. It's an outdoor show in Southern California in the sun, and they basically melt people during the day, and the actors, I would imagine, too. The screen effects that would help the screen effects, actually, to be honest with you, because it's like a projection thing that happens behind Doctor Strange. But they needed more attractions, and honestly, converting Tower wasn't worth it. Should have stuck with old Hollywood there and done what they had originally planned, and got rid of the garbage the dark ride that they have there. Anyway, it is what it is. Bilbo Swaggin, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. The problem with ESG is a form of trickle down, but from communists. Yeah, trickle down economics. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, please, everyone, do support our good friend Drew. He did have the service for his mother a couple of days ago. It was a terrible loss for him, and it created a financial circumstance because of probate and other things where he's going to be struggling and needing our help to get to the goal he's set. And it's a reasonable, I know it's expensive, it's a lot of money, but it's a reasonable goal. And if we could all just chip in a little bit to the Give, Send, Go, that would be wonderful. Watch Chris Pine and All the Old Knives on Amazon. It's the first movie I haven't hated in ages. Not woke. Yeah, there's a lot of them coming out now. People are going to start leaning towards that kind of entertainment. Can only do horse on the Snowdub channel. That's right. Darius Munchausen for $2 says, make sure you bet on the right horse. That's right. You can check out Snowdub Live or Snowdub Music and Entertainment. Please be subscribed to my friend over there. He does a great job. Yeah, you might get a horse. MCU will always continue. Well, we'll see. LOL, I got Bob and Vincent and Maximilian figures from the Black Hole. Oh, well, that's awesome, Victor Fontaine. Very jealous. I need to go looking for those, to be honest with you. What's up, Matt G? Matt G is currently Amaranth for the win. Thank you for promoting the memberships, my friend, and for everybody else you promote. And of course, buy Mandy's book, right? Of course, buy Red Gaze's book. We have so many great creators. Buy Vinny's book. Oh man, we've got buy Nerium's book. Buy Tug's new book. Go buy books. Books are awesome. I love them. Yeah. Oh, I knew what you meant, my brother. Yeah. Let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, Quiplash game stream tomorrow at 7. See, I knew. I'm trying to put the old memory through a couple hoops. So there you go. Absolutely sub to my buddy, Mad Barber Entertainment. He's an incredible guy. Lots of funny stuff. He did a bespoke video. Totally worth it. Premiered it today. It was great. We're going to be coming up on the time when Friday Night Tights starts. Friday Night Tights is having special guest Papa Gundam. That's right, Papa Gundam. It's gonna be great. It'll be great. Let's see. We got. I hate to say this, but Disney has been woke since before the 90s. Well, they've definitely supported a particular agenda. The problem is the agenda shifted. And in people that I know that are in that community aren't real thrilled with the shift either. So I'm just saying. Captain Trek says, hashtag miniskirt for culture. Hashtag cancel Captain Trek. Well, I'm not going to cancel you, brother. Thanks for the $2, but y'all may have talked me into doing something stupid. So we'll see. Some ladies are telling me to keep my dignity, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. What do we got here? I grew up in Kissimmee. Oh, awesome. Brother retired from Disney. Oh, wow. It was going bad in the Eisner days. This is also true. Death Angel's Shadows accurate. Eisner's the last 2 years of Eisner were terrible, and just trying to get that park together. Then the issues that we had with the parking structure, that's all Eisner. Eisner designed that parking structure the way it is, the big old by Disneyland, and the way you go in and you go out and all that, and the roadway redesign. They did a lot of work with Anaheim to get those power lines moved, those high tension wires. And they built a park that was basically 90% off the shelf ride. So there was no Disney quality there and nothing to really pull guests for more than a few hours. So it was bad from inception. It took a long time to get that place fixed. And now that they have, it's not terrible, but it's nuts. Yeah. Inflation is bananas. Action figures went up about $7. They have across the board. Uranium stocks, indeed. Culture only fans. My oiled abs quiver with anticipation. Ooh, I don't know about that. MTAC Shark for $5 says, enjoy a cup of Java at CultureCasino. Thanks. No, thank you. I'm having coffee right now. Actually, this coffee mug and a couple others. I haven't used the Star Wars one recently because every time I wash it, some of the paint comes off. It makes me sad. Yeah, makes me sad. Daryl's like, I'm waiting for the CC hairbrushing ASMR channel. Woo, I don't know about that. Let's see. Disney tried to build an American history park. Yeah, that's what it is. Public said no, but they made a mini venture at National Harbor. It's true. Yep, it was going to be cool. And boy, would they have trouble now, right? The woke crowd would be going after him for that, right? Frackoff Felger card. Yeah, Tower of Terror at DCA was way better than Mission Breakout. The original Tower of Terror and floor is just freaking amazing. Great thing. Yeah. You have to sell your house to cover your action figures. I understand. Gold price development without adjusted inflation is a good indicator for real inflation. 100%. It's true. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: a $50 gold coin back at the turn of the 20th century in 1905 ish, 1914, somewhere in there. A $50 gold coin would buy you a high quality suit, like at Brooks Brothers or whatever. It would get you a quality garment, right? So that same $50 gold coin is worth way more now. That should buy you the equivalent suit. That's just how inflation works against gold. Gold is one of the few commodities that does, essentially hedge you against inflation. A lot of people think crypto does too. We'll see. I've got quite a bit. So, but yeah. Are there any planned protests at Disney World? Yeah, actually this weekend. I'm not sure if Lorena's going to be getting to see that. We'll have to see. I know Lorena's a theme park stream scheduled tomorrow, so we'll have to see. I don't remember which park she's going to. Yeah, that parking structure is a nightmare. So, CC, is that wine glass behind you to scale? Oh, I wish, but I do have a giant wine glass that's like this big, not quite that size, but pretty big. But I don't drink out of it. It's for fun. It's got wine colored marbles in it right now. So, but no, I have decent sized wine glasses, but not anything like that. Yeah, and Tommy's doing the right thing. He's supporting our friend Drew. Thank you, Tommy. Tommy, you're such a good man. But do check out his mother's memorial fund again. He's in a pickle. He's got probate to go through. Got to deal with the house, the car, and all that stuff, and of course the expense of honoring his mother, and of course maintaining the legacy. So the GiveSend goes right there. If you can, please help. Please help. Yeah, America's greatest history attraction, the Henry Ford in Dearborn. Really, I'll have to check that out. I have to tell you, I really love driving around Ohio and Pennsylvania area. That was really awesome. Yeah, definitely will crowd demand changes. Absolutely. Oof. Yeah, that stuff in the harbor is great. To be honest with you, I loved going down there. Lorena, Florida woman arrested for there. She won't get arrested. Culture Casino after dark. Well, maybe someday. I have to figure out how to do that. I do end up with a potty mouth after a couple glasses of wine or a couple beers. It's not good. Let's see. Going off the top. Okay. See you later. You guys are amazing. Thanks for being here, everybody. We are going to have to wrap up. I didn't get through as many subjects as I would. I mean, I thought we'd be able to talk about more, but unfortunately, Disney's kind of taken up all the air in the room, to be honest with you, and they've got their work cut out for them, to be honest with you. Yeah, when Gundam or anyone actually talks about DSP or anyone similar like that, similar to recording a Pokemon, I turn the video off, automatically go away. Yeah, I'm not I don't like trashing other tubers, so I understand. I'm like, you know what? Do you? I'm a live and let live kind of guy. But we'll see. Oh, yes. Thank you. The Pope House. Yes, that's right. Thank you, Terry Rose. That was the name of the small house that was located on Disneyland property. And the family lived there. I mean, they had their own in and out of the gate. It's kind of great. There's my good friend, Ruben Christopher Haynes. What's going on, my friend? He says, hail to all dealing with massive. Holy shoot. Ruben, this is not true. Ruben. Ruben, I'll find a way to reach out to you, brother. Wow. Yeah, we love you too, man. I did not know. Good Lord. Yeah, you've got a lot of people asking for you. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with a couple of fundraisers right now. It's what we do, folks. Is in this fellowship as we support each other. So, Ruben, I'll try to get a hold of you later today or tomorrow morning. And I'm legitimately going to be in Florida very soon. So, wow, Ruben Christopher Miller, excuse me. No, I know you're not, dude. You're tough. You're a tough, dude. I liked your setup in your new place. That's really a shame. Yeah, Tom and Mike did do some epic rants yesterday for sure. Yeah, we're all praying for you. Clay Thomason says so, and I agree. I'm praying for you too. Whew. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I didn't want to wrap the show with anything other than love. So you know what, Ruben Christopher Haynes, you can have all my love. All right, guys. Well, we're going to check out. I'm going to wind it up and say thank you to each and every one of you. We have a brand new member credits, which I actually made sure I got uploaded today. So with that being said, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
Press our button as we see that this time we're landing in about 1 minute. Thank you.